Anything I can help you with?
Okay, everyone. So in this video, we're going to talk about understanding the distribution of power when you are in the ship builder, what it represents, and easy ways to understand what you're looking for with each individual thing that you might be wanting to put on your ship based on its power demands. Let's go ahead and go to view and modify ship. Okay, now for this example, this here is my Class M ship, but that's not actually relevant. The reason I'm saying that is because any ship that you're building, you have 6 different systems. You have 3 different weapon categories that you can equip weapons in. You have your engine, your shield, and your grav drive. Each one of these has a maximum of 12 power allocated to it. Now, the amount of power you can extend for everything is dependent upon your reactor, how much power your reactor puts out. Now, like I said, this is my Class M ship. My reactor on this ship puts out 60 power, but that's not relevant at all. And I'm going to explain this. Your typical Class C reactor, the best one you can get right now, if you are going to a ship technician or a particular area to do your ship builds, is about 40 power. Now, I have heard there are ships that you could actually take over, and the maximum power for a Class C would be 45. But what you have to understand here, with each one of these systems allocating a maximum of 12 power each, when you are selecting parts for your ship, so let's go to ship builder. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, like weapons, okay? Each weapon you will see has a max power rating, and that can range from, say, 2, 3, or 4. Like this weapon here, the Alpha Beam has a max power of 3. Auto Alpha Turret, max power of 3. Now these have a max power of 4. The Alpha Turret, the 250 MeV Alpha Turret. Now this is going to let you know how many weapons you can equip in each weapon category based on its max power rating. So if you have a weapon that requires a max power of 4, you can only equip 3 of that weapon in that particular category. And they have to be the same weapon choice. And obviously, if the weapon has a max power demand of 3, you can equip 4 of that particular weapon in that particular weapon category. But also keep in mind, you have to have the space on your ship to mount these weapons, and adding any mass to your ship is going to, yes, ring the bell, require you to possibly have to place more landing gear. Now, honestly, so far I have found the best landing gear to get is in the Sol system on Titan at New Homestead. And the reason being, the lander thrust right there of 4. A lot of the other landing gears are like, thrust of 1 at the lowest, 2, etc. You guys that have been working on ship builds know what I'm talking about. I mean, I got away on this ship here, and technically I did not even need one of these other landing gears for my ship having a cargo, the weight of 9570. But I got away with what, 6, 7, 8. Technically, it only took 7 landing gears. But if you're going a smaller thrust landing gear, you're going to have more landing gears depending on how much weight, mass you are adding to your ship that you are building. But just keep in mind, with your power allocation, it's all dependent upon the power, the max power of each unit. Like with your engines, you want something really cool looking? You could have several engines on your ship, but you have to keep in mind with your engines, you have a max power allocation of 12. So like in my case here, this engine has a max power of 3. This one has a max power of 3, that is 6. Max power of 3, that is 9. Max power of 3, that is 12. I cannot put any more engines on my ship. Even if I had a bigger reactor, I could not put more engines on my ship. Now, if I want to drop down to, say, a engine that has a max power of 2, and they are out there, you can get a lot of good engine selections, honestly, at at Neon. But just keep that in mind when you guys are building your ship. I mean, understand that each one of these system slots has a max allocation of 12 power. And so you combine that between what systems you're putting on, and you're not going to have a problem. You're going to understand what you can do. Like my shield generator here, max power of 12. Well, guess what? Shields have a max power of 12. Now, it would be really cool, right? I mean, if you wanted to power everything to 100%, you'd have to have a reactor that provided, let's see, what? 72 power? 6 times 12, 72 power. But you don't have to have a reactor that gives you 72 power to equip a bunch of weapons on your ship. Like, for example, let's go ahead and just go to a regular class. Yeah, this one right here. See? This will work just fine. This first weapon assignment here, I have 3 weapons here. Then you come here to this. Here, let me kind of pan around here so you guys can actually see. I have 4 weapons. Total of 4. And how can I do that? Well, go to shipbuilder. Each one of these weapons has a max power of 3. So I'm able to put 4 of these weapons on the ship. So yeah, hopefully this guy's helps you out. Just pay attention to your ship system power ratings when you're putting equipment on your ship. It'll save you time, give you a better idea how to do your ship setup. As far as placement, how many different weapon varieties you want, and you can mix and match. Like an example, I showed you I had a weapon that had 4 power. So, I could have 3 of that particular weapon type, giving me that 12 power rating for that particular weapon group. So yeah, other than that, guys, hey, I hope you're keeping safe out there, and I'll see you on the next STARFIELD video. Peace.